We went to Hollywood Studios at Christmas time, and I'm here to tell you about what did we like, what did we not like, and what would we rank it. My name is Kelly. I went with my husband and my youngest son to Hollywood Studios during the Christmas time holiday season, and we really enjoyed it. I would say we didn't do everything, but we did do many, many things. First of all, the decorations at Hollywood Studios were beautiful. It was kind of, I would call it old school. Like it had Santa and Rudolph reindeer themed kind of decorations. It had a Christmas tree lighting, which honestly, pro tip. So every night they kind of light the Christmas tree up with Minnie Mouse kind of counting it down. For us, it was around 6:15. I just happened to get lucky. I did not know this. I went to, and a great place would be right in front of the 50s PrimeTime dinner restaurant. Go there about, getting close to dusk, and you'll see everybody holding their phones out. I happened to just catch when Minnie was counting down to light up the Christmas tree, and that was a super fun event as well, and very, very cute with Minnie Mouse counting it down. But you can see Santa there. Pro tip, you can actually see Santa and have your picture with him at all of the parks, including Disney Springs. So you don't have to do it at Hollywood Studios if you really want to get on all of the kind of, I would call it A-lister rides. But if you do want to see Santa, you are able to do that there. My husband and son, who were there longer than I was because I had some work events to do, they actually spent the most time at Star Wars Land, and they loved it. So, kind of my husband's, childhood dream was the Millennium Falcon, and they ranked the Millennium Falcon as a 8 out of 10. They enjoyed it. They thought it was very, very cool, but Rise of the Resistance was the star for them. And my husband said if he could give it a 15 out of 10, he would have. He absolutely loved it. I don't want to give anything away. But there were certain points that he was like, wow, he wished he had done it again. We did purchase the Lightning Lane for Rise of the Resistance, and I believe it was $19 per person to get that. But it was really important to my husband to get on that. So he and my son enjoyed that, and they would do it again in a heartbeat. We got to see different characters. Some of them were dressed with Christmas hats on, like Chip and Dale had little Santa hats on, and that was super cute. Buzz Lightyear had a Santa hat on, and that was cute. There was the Green Army men that were doing parades through Toy Story Land. There was then the Star Wars launch bay, which has the Star Wars characters. We went and visited Darth Vader, who was kind of our highlight. Chewbacca had about a 45-minute wait. We chose not to go see Chewbacca. He did come out later in the day, but again, we did not see Chewbacca, even though next time we probably would. Other things that we enjoyed, we went on Mickey's Runaway Railroad. I would give that a 9 out of 10. I get motion sickness, and I had no troubles on this ride. So you're kind of in a moving cart. It is pretty smooth. You do a little bit of spinning, but again, I did not get motion sickness. So if you have motion sickness, don't worry about that. We did the Slinky Dog Dash. We did have Genie Plus. We did use Genie Plus for this. I did get motion sickness on this. It goes a little faster than you expect it to go. My son loved it. And so I don't want to ruin anything. But again, if you get motion sickness, I would say take this one with caution. Would I do it again? I probably would. But I might take motion sickness medicine beforehand before I go on it. So I gave it a 7 out of 10. My son gave it a 9 out of 10. Then we kind of ended the night. So first of all, in my opinion, Hollywood Studios at night is just as beautiful. Now, if you want to enjoy Star Wars, go during the day. There's a lot of droids, and we'll be talking about, my son did the droid building and the lightsaber building. So watch out for those videos. We'll be talking about those videos as we move forward. But he did enjoy that. So there's a lot of like intricate theming detail at Star Wars Land. So definitely go during the day. But at night, it was gorgeous. The lights kind of throughout the park were so beautiful, especially at Christmas time, that we do recommend that. We ended the night though at the 50s PrimeTime dinner restaurant, which we did have reservations for, and that was our first time ever there. So the 50s Primetime Dinner Restaurant, it's themed after 1950s, kind of a home kitchen, and we were kind of laughing. My husband's like, oh my gosh, my parents literally had some of those decorations. So you might have some of that if you have someone that's old enough to, or wise enough to remember some of those decorations. But it definitely has 1950s kind of primetime shows playing on the TVs. So you'll see some of those black and white shows playing, and it has kind of, I guess I would call it your home cooking. It has your fried chicken, it has your pot roast, your milkshakes, and your apple cobblers for dessert. So we did enjoy that dinner. Would we go there again? Probably. It wasn't our favorite, if I was being honest. It was the only thing available. We really like Sci-Fi Restaurant, but we couldn't get into that. But for something different and kind of theming, and if you like that old school cooking, it was really fun for that as well. There was the nighttime show, which we really enjoyed. And basically it's, a screen on the house. I'm sure I'm messing that up right now. But it was very, very crowded. We actually started walking in the middle of the show back to the entrance so we could get the Uber, and we did not have to wait more than 5 minutes for an Uber. So again, if you don't want to wait too long, I would recommend trying to leave before the nighttime show ends. However, if you haven't seen the nighttime show, and we have before, stay for the nighttime show. It really is quite cool at night, and they do kind of the old school movies or what was projecting on the screen. So we really found it quite lovely. We would definitely go again. It was expensive. Again, we paid for Genie Plus, and we also paid for the Lightning Lane, but we pretty much walked on everything then when we had that, and we were able to stack a lot of our rides in the evening. So one pro tip, if you have Genie Plus, you can get up at 7 a.m. and book your first one, which we did, but I wasn't able to be with them much during the day. So we did a lot of our Genie Plus throughout the day and stacked them starting at like 4 o'clock. So we were able to be on rides like at 4 o'clock, 4:30, 5:30, and we stacked them and got on everything that we wanted to get on. So hopefully you found this helpful. Again, we will be doing some videos on the droid building and the lightsaber experience building. So stay tuned to watch that or take a look at this next video.